Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Definitely a thumbs up for that. A brand new day. Yay, a new day on this world. A good thing. Thumbs up for that. I'm glad to be metabolizing. It is good to metabolize. I hope you are metabolizing if you're watching this. If you're watching this and not metabolizing, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Please do not destroy us. We enjoy living. It is a good thing. For the Shelton, Washington weather report, but first, before that, my glasses are filthy. Good Lord, I need to clean them. And the Shelton, Washington weather report, I think it's going to be at least a bright day, if not a sunny day. It didn't really rain yesterday, and when I went for walkies, it was fine. It was good. It was chilly. Yesterday it was cold, but it was a fine day. Definitely a thumbs up for that. I took my last dosage last night of my medication at about 5:30. I slept okay. I didn't sleep great. And, but I didn't have any real cramping issues, and I didn't have any real wake up and feel uncomfortable issues. And by the time I really woke up for the real time to get up, sort of, I feel awake sort of thing, it was just about 5:30 in the morning. So it was not bad. Not bad. Pretty good sleep for that. Definitely a thumbs up. Yesterday, I did fall asleep in here in my chair again. I did not stop breathing. And unfortunately, there's two types of ways that I can fall asleep. There's one where it's just I'm doing stuff and then wham, I'm out. And then I'll wake up and go, ugh. There's others where I can feel the railroad tracks vibrating under my feet as I'm walking, but by the time I realize, that they are starting to shake, I'm falling asleep. And generally, I just go, yeah, okay. And then I'll just fall asleep for a while because I do not have what it takes up here, because I'm falling asleep and my brain is having issues, to go, I need to go and lie down and put my mask on, which would be the smart thing. But when you're falling asleep, your brain's not working right. And so I'm going, and my brain's not working properly. And by the time I realize that, it's just, and then I'm out for a while. So, yay. But at least I did not stop breathing, and that is good. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I do not have a ton on my topics list because, as I've mentioned, I am kind of on a sub-therapeutic dose because 50 milligrams of Ritalin works really well for me. I don't have that. I have rationed myself out to 2 tablets, 40 milligrams instead of 50, and I've got enough meds to last till like Wednesday. So I'm on a sub-therapeutic dose, and when I am on a sub-therapeutic dose, it slows time down a little. As I mentioned yesterday, when I am unmedicated, days run by at like 2x speed. And when I'm on medication, a day runs at normal day speed. When I'm on a sub-therapeutic dose, it slows down to about 1.5, and I can't concentrate or focus. Unfortunately, I feel mostly numb. So that's special. I feel mostly numb. But at least it slows the day down a little bit. It's not zooming and booming, and that's a good thing right there. But because I'm numb and unable to concentrate, I can't think of as many things. Some of the things, though, that I do want to talk about, I watch. As I grew up, I played computer games and I played role-playing games, and one of the people's names now that I watched the channel of was a guy called Sandy Peterson. And Sandy Peterson developed, way back when, paper and pencil role-playing games, and, even though not a programmer himself, was a designer and such for various things, like a massive level designer for Doom and Doom 2, and went on to do the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, and still at this age, even now in 2021, still runs a company where they make board games of horror stuff. And the thing that's so amazing about this is I think Sandy Peterson is the perfect kind of person because he's a good Mormon boy. He's a good Mormon boy, churchgoer and all that. And he leans into the horror stuff, and he was really just down into that doom stuff. Not one of those, oh my gosh, there's demons and all this hideous stuff, it's bad, it's evil. It's like, no, show me the level designer and I'll make levels for you, that's awesome. And the cosmic horror stuff that he does right now. But one of the things that he talked about that I think is amazing is human beings as aliens. Because we're sort of used as a default vanilla, boring in a lot of games. Like if you take a look at a whole lot of, like 4X games, science fiction stuff, it's like a human is default vanilla and boring, and the other races are amazing. But he's pointing out, even on our planet alone, we are really different from most of the other species on the planet. I mean, number one, we're bipedal. I mean, primarily bipedal. We just walk around on 2 feet. There are lots of other species out there that walk on 2 feet for short periods of time. Even our closest relatives, the great apes and chimps and all that, they can and do walk on 2 legs, but they are primarily lean forward and use their legs, their front arms, as legs and walk like quadrupeds. Now, we can still do that. If you've ever seen videos of there's, the crazy white woman thing, unfortunately, is kind of a trope, and it kind of fits because there was videos I was watching of this one woman who, she's a white woman, but she was doing horse stuff. Liked horses enough, figured out, if you lean forward and run, bend your knees a bit, you can run like a horse. And so didn't run fast, didn't run well, we're not made for it, but you can do it, and would run like a quadruped and could even jump, running and then jump over objects and then keep running. We can do it, we're just not well suited for it. Other species out there can walk like bipeds, they just don't do it for long. And there is a big conceptual leap between us and our closest primate relatives. When we come to tools and such, we know how to use them. If we pick up a stick and we want to smack something with that, we're devastating with that because we use our bodies as a whole lever and such. And when it hits, when that stick hits, it's got full weight, momentum, swing. It's got a bunch of stuff behind that. When chimps and such have a stick and use it to hit, they don't swing, hit it. They'll pick it up and then go bam, hit you with the stick by lowering it horizontal to the ground, like whap, whap, whap. You're not, like this. Instead of a human being going whack, 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 they go bang, bang, bop, 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 instead of whap. Son of a gun, that hurt. So there's a big conceptual difference. They smack you with a stick like that. That doesn't really hurt. And the biggest thing that comes in with human beings and the other species on the planet, we are ranged attackers. Very, very few other species on the planet have ranged attacks like that. Yes, even chimps and monkeys and stuff like that will throw things, but they're not really suited for it. A lot of animals that go throwing, they don't overhead throw to get a lot of power into it. We do. And the big game changer was a long time ago when we invented the spear. That was the game changer. We attack at range. Nobody else does. What a change that would make if, Like he mentioned, let's say, there's the Mass Effect aliens who, they come from a high gravity planet, so they are basically quadrupeds. Quadrupeds that don't throw things aren't going to be ranged attackers. If they have gunpowder, they're not going to think conceptually of throw things at people. Guns. That's ranged, distance. That's throwing. We do that. I'm not saying we do that as in it's ours, but we do that because we are suited to throw things. A race that wouldn't necessarily think that way. If they did have gunpowder and stuff like that, primarily, likely just bombs, mines. So as a species, a spacefaring species, what would that be like? That would be different. But we are almost alien on our own planet just because we do range stuff like that. I gotta say, the invention of the spear was a game changer. But real quick, also as well, this is on a story idea. I've talked before about how I have an idea for a story called Saturday Night in the Spiderweed, where 15 years into the future, after an event occurs, there is an area where there were like 5 small towns. And in that area that takes up those whole 5 towns, something occurred. They are cut off from the rest of the world. They can't go through the trees, because if you go in deep enough, you don't come back and no one ever hears from you again. But 15 years later, and plants aren't really growing all that well. So trying to get enough food is a constant struggle. Animals and people are having very, very slow birth rates. In fact, in the 15 years, there's been like 4 births among the human beings that are there in those towns. And one of them was stillborn, and the other 3, well, so things aren't going well. The adults of the situation just are trying to hold it together. The main 2 people of the story are these 2 kids, 2 teenagers. One of them just wants to leave. They're ready to go. They see the place is dying. They're willing to take the risk, go through the trees and find out what's out there. But they go to this one spot where everyone says don't go, because down there is spiderweed. You go past an abandoned farm, because everything is abandoned out there, and it heads toward an old power plant, but there's this spiderweed out there. And the spiderweed is just this alien plant with gigantic vegetable webs with gigantic vegetable spiders that don't do anything. They just slowly move through the vines. But they travel through the spiderweed and they discover that where the power plant was, that's where the vines are coming from. There's this spot in the air where it looks like from the one side the vines are going up and just vanishing in the air. From the other side, it is a mildly glowing portal with no details. For a long time, I had been stuck on this. I didn't know what to do with it because I had not yet realized the difference between challenges to overcome stories and accepting inevitability stories. This one is an accepting inevitability story. Nobody knows what happened. There's no way to fix it. Everything is slowly dying. The people that are there are not suited to fix things. Nobody has the tools to fix things. There's just these 2 kids that go in there and discover, but what will they do with it? What can anyone do with it? Inside of the forest, there's no real sounds. There's no insect sounds. There's no animal sounds. Anything in that forest with all the spiderweed is just, well, they just keep finding skeletons. And when they get to the place where the place used to be, it's just a big pit underneath there where the vines are coming out, and it's just filled with animal skeletons. The closer to the top of the pit, the more fresh. And around the side of the pit, they find the body of a guy who had vanished a couple months back from the town. Things go there and die. Why? They don't know. It's an accepting inevitability story. And it's kind of depressing. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. Going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. If I mispronounce your username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. Excuse me. And even though I can't American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, I'm sometimes lucky I can remember anything at all. There is something else I say. I've forgotten what it was. Literally. So let me call it my Chrome. We have Rob1983, thumbs up. We have Ice Damon, always good to see you in the comments. Old Man Jenkins, thumbs up. We have Chris Webb, greatly appreciated. Phoenix Connection, thumbs up. Derek Geister, thank you very, very much. We have Raven, greatly appreciated. Jane Nams, thumbs up and thank you. Bailey Moran, M-O-R-A-N, thumbs up and thank you. We have Colin Reisner, greatly appreciated. Kapaki, good to see you in the comments. JNC Gaming, thumbs up and thank you. We have Sebastian Ferris, good to see you. There is Rika Bettini with the daily reminder to live every day to its fullest. Good Lord, good Lord, my brain and my top plate almost popped loose. Yay. Mihai P-I-R-V-U, thumbs up and thank you. Dad of 3 girls, greatly appreciated. Jacob Hood, thumbs up and thank you. Weed Lord Boner Hitler, thumbs up and thank you. There is VN, greatly appreciated. Colin Reisner, did I thank you already? I can't remember. Nico Bands, always good to see you in the comments. Philippe's, nope, actually that was yesterday, so there's like 22 people. So thumbs up and thank you all. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Definitely a good thing. Thumbs up and thank you also very, very much. It is appreciated to no end. If you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, Patreon.com. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. And if you'd like to help me out financially without sending money through the patronage, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I have an Amazon wishlist link as well, where hopefully I've updated it to have things like Reptisan and hamster food and hamster bedding and cat food. If you could check it out, that would be very awesome. Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up, and of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Thank you very, very much. Yay, a definite thumbs up on that. So, if you don't have to go out, please don't go out. And if you do, please wear a mask, wash your hands, try not to touch your face, maintain your social distancing. If you can, get the vaccination. And watch out for people watch out for dangerous people. You know who they are. They're the people that refuse to wear masks and cough on people and such like that. Just be careful, be safe. Thumbs up for that. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a definite thumbs up. Because otherwise, there's just things are going to walk in and they need them.